Shabbat Shalom. Tonight in my Dvar Torah, I am going to talk a bit about the holiness of uncertainty. We're dealing with so much in this world that is uncertain, and I hope you'll join us for that conversation. But this morning, I want to talk about a different side of that coin. I want to talk about something else that's going on, and I want to put aside any bit of uncertainty about the world around us and focus on some things that we're certain about or that we really should be certain about. So this week is Parshat Bo, is a Torah portion Bo, and today to me, this Torah portion seems like a connection between then and now is kind of a no-brainer. Because the story of Parshat Bo is Moses' story, and this week, he is once again, for I guess the second week in a row, going to Pharaoh. And he is telling Pharaoh, or asking Pharaoh, or pleading with Pharaoh, let my people go. We all know that story. Well, here we are, January 2025, and we find ourselves in the middle of a hostage deal. And for the last year and a half more, we have been saying exactly this: let our people go. Now, I'm not going to get into whether this is a good deal or a bad deal, and I've written about this. Israelis are pretty united on the desire to get our hostages back. The only dispute really has been at what price. So whether you agree or you disagree with the price tag here, you can see so clearly that Israel and Judaism values human life above everything else. So right now, I would say to you, is not the time to question the deal. What it is time to do with certainty is to make some demands. Now, number one, Israel and America have recently put massive pressure on Hamas to stop violating the hostage deal, which they began to violate almost as soon as they made it, in which they were supposed to release all living civilian hostages first. They didn't do that, but it looks like for the moment we're back on track. And that's because of the pressure that Israel and America have put on Qatar and on Hamas themselves. This is not a time for us to be silent. It's not a time for us to wait for bated breath. Make your wishes known to your public officials. Demand this. Demand that the United States continue to pressure Hamas to honor the deal and to release all of these remaining hostages. Isn't it about time? We've been waiting a very, very long time to get back civilians, people who were just attending a party, who were going about their lives, people whose existences are permanently changed. Give them back, Hamas. This I am certain about. I'm also certain that we need to continue to put pressure on the world to comprehend that UNRWA is not an innocent supporter of Palestinian refugees, but in fact, it's infiltrated and comprised of Hamas operatives. And it should not be able to operate in Israel, and it should, in fact, be dismantled. We need to continue to ensure that American dollars do not support this broken, terrorist-infiltrated organization. Another thing I'm certain about is that Gaza cannot be rebuilt as long as Hamas is in charge. The Palestinian people, forget the Israeli people for just a moment. The Palestinian people will never have what they deserve. The Palestinians, if Hamas is able to build tunnels and weapons of war rather than infrastructure, if they're allowed to continue to rape and capture and terrorize innocent people and to use their own people as human shields. This is a travesty against the Palestinian people, not to mention the Israeli people. So while we're at it, here's another thing I'm certain about. Pay attention to where you're shopping. Pay attention to the places that are, it used to be that we didn't have to think about such things, but right now we do. Don't shop at Urban Outfitters, whose management actively supports not the Palestinian people, but Hamas. Don't support Lush. Don't go shopping there. It's really too bad because honestly, they have the best body washes and bath bombs, but they give money not to Palestinian causes, but directly to the actively terrorist non-state actor Hamas. I am certain about this. I'm certain that our choices matter, that our voices matter, that our words matter, and that we have a job to do. So this week, put aside all of the uncertainty that we feel and be like Moses and yell out to all of these people who are like pharaohs in our world, yell out to them, to anyone who will hear and anyone who won't hear, let my people go. Shabbat Shalom. I hope you have a wonderful and peaceful Shabbat, and I hope you'll join us tonight to hear a little more about uncertainty and the holiness of that.